What up, fight fans? Daniel Compton here, Bay Area Combat Fight Director. I have Deborah Farolito in the studio. We have a big announcement today, and we're sponsored by Suncoast Awning. For all your shade needs, Suncoast Awning is going to keep you shaded. And our show coming up in Santa Cruz at the Santa Cruz Civic on January 29th is also sponsored by Bay Bar and Grill. So our weigh-ins are going to be in the Capitola Village at the Bay Bar and Grill. I'm joined by one part of the main event that evening. It is Raul Quintero. Raul, how are you doing today, man?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Hey, thank you so much for coming, man. I'm excited to get you back on the card. I know it's been a little bit of a hiatus from MMA for you, but how long has it been since you fought MMA?
Almost 7 years.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah, 2014.
What have you been doing in that time off?
Well, I changed careers. I went in and started working for myself, doing some construction, and then I built my way back up, and I opened up a gym with my wife. So we have primarily a jiu-jitsu academy, but we got an MMA program starting up in there, and yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I was actually lucky to sit down with you and your wife on a previous podcast, like during that pandemic. So you guys survived the pandemic over there, huh?
We did officially. We've now have more students than we did pre-COVID. So
No way, man.
yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah. Thank you so much.
So jiu-jitsu therapy is actually going to be a big contributor to this card. We have, I think, 6 people fighting out of that gym. So that's going to be a busy night for you. So what do you think, man? Do you have some coaching staff to help you coach, or?
Yeah, we was super fortunate to get in Coach Seth Pringle. He's a legendary coach out of Santa Cruz. Arguably the best coach, MMA coach in Santa Cruz County. And so we have him in there. I brought in another black belt to train with, Mateus Andre. He's a Cesar Gracie black belt. And yeah, it's been real tough training, real fun. Kind of just getting back in the groove again. And yeah, it's very excited.
I love Coach Seth. Coach Seth cornered me for my last fight, my last Dragon House fight. Shout out to Dragon House. They're going to contribute a fighter or two for our card out there in Santa Cruz, so that's awesome. And Team Salgara, that's going to be the second part of the main event. Isaiah Chatman is going to be the headliner. It's going to be for the vacant Bay Area Combat Lightweight title.
Yeah, big shout out to that team taking that fight. That's awesome. You know, sometimes with these amateur fights, sometimes you don't know who's going to show. But yeah, thanks so much, guys, for taking that fight, and look forward to working with them.
Yeah, Team Salgara, they'll show up. They're a staple out there in the fighting community. We actually did a podcast with them as well during COVID, and we took a little trip to their gym, me and my brother. So we got some cool video out of that team. Have you had a chance to look into Isaiah at all?
I did come across a sparring video. Yeah, he's a boxer, wrestler, good combination. You know, I think it's going to be an exciting fight, seeing though my styles, you know, different but similar as far as grappling and kickboxing. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one.
It should be pretty good. He previously fought at like a little bit heavier weights, and I think you actually previously fought like a little bit lighter. What were your fights at previously?
145.
Were they 145?
Mm-hmm.
But I think you guys are actually around the same size right now. So is there anything about his size that intimidates you, or?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I would imagine, you know, the lighter the faster. So, yeah, I mean, you know, I trust in my game, and, you know, I'm sure he's going to come out tough and come out hot. But, you know, I just got to stay smart and just keep my game plan, you know, tight and stay focused.
So is your training camp going to be completely done at Jiu-Jitsu Therapy?
Yeah. I brought in a whole coaching staff, and you know, we were fortunate enough, like I said, to survive the pandemic, and now we're doing a little bit better. So I hired some coaches, and we're, you know, full jiu-jitsu therapy.
Are you doing anything special for your strength and conditioning?
Yeah, I'm actually working out with CrossFit Watsonville with Coach Patrick and a few others, and yeah, really great team out there working with me and helping me stay safe, but also getting me back in shape.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. You're actually my coach. You know, you're my jiu-jitsu coach, so I'm pretty excited to see this fight again. I was at your previous 2 fights, but you kind of finished them relatively quickly. There wasn't much fight. And what do you foresee that happening again, or how do you foresee the fight playing out?
You know, I mean, he's a wrestler. You know, he doesn't want his back on the mat. So I imagine during a scramble, you know, his body will turn, and you know, if that happens, I will try to take advantage of that, like I have.
I hate getting choked out, man. I'm so over it.
Yeah.
My neck's over it. Yeah,
It's
dude.
frustrating.
I'm so over it that I don't even want to grapple ever anymore, ever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fight just Muay Thai now from like, if I can. It's hard to get Muay Thai fights though, but shout out to Jeff for Triumphant. We're going to be doing some stuff with them, and they're trying to put a show together pretty soon here, so I'm excited to try to get on that show. Yeah, I'm trying to strike, man. Are you looking to strike at all, or how do you think?
I'd like to. I mean, of course, like that's like super enticing for anybody to get down there and win via knockout. You know what I'm saying? Like that is probably the most attractive form of fighting people see in the stands. You know, they're more hyped up when people are throwing blows. I honestly, I want to get in and out, so I feel like whatever comes, you know, I'm going to try to take.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know, I'd like to test out my striking a little bit longer. And I think last fight I had, my opponent tried to take me down. So, you know, we'll see what happens.
Well, that fight's online. You actually were throwing some pretty good combos, so I think you kind of overwhelmed him with your hands. You threw some good kicks too, and so I think that's kind of why he just panicked and like went for the shot. I would never shoot on
Really? You feel that way, huh?
I didn't want to shoot with jiu-jitsu. I'm not trying to shoot on these guys that are going to crank my neck. I'm tired of my neck getting squeezed around, man.
Yeah.
So tired of it.
Well, if you look into my fight, you'll probably think that my striking sucks. So I didn't feel very, very confident about it. But you know, it forced the guy to try to take me down, and I finished the fight on the back. So.
No, it was a cool fight. I'm actually looking forward to, you know, because Santa Cruz has a big jiu-jitsu community. So submissions, I mean, I think there'll be a big group of fan base that really like the submissions. We did the Bay Area Combat Jiu-Jitsu during the pandemic, that little tournament we did. So we're actually doing a couple no-gi super fights. We're going to be doing a card breakdown here in a couple weeks. We want to get the card like completely finalized, and then we're going to do a card preview. We're going to break it down a little bit, but there will be some no-gi super fights. Those are going to be 10-minute matches, submission only, almost like submission underground rules where you can use the cage, you can slam. I think you have four fighters that are going to be competing in that avenue, you know. So I'm looking forward to that. A real quick shout out for the gyms that we have so far. We got Smash Fighter. Love you guys. We got Gorilla Jiu-Jitsu Pleasanton. We got Kaijin MMA out of Santa Cruz. We have Garth Taylor Jiu-Jitsu. I love Garth. Garth actually cornered me for a couple of my MMA fights. They're beastly. We have Reno City Muay Thai. Zach Bennell, I'm excited for that. Qunitero Martial Arts. That's going to be a good one. We got Howard out of there. Jiu-Jitsu Therapy, of course. Dragon House, I mentioned previously. Team Daramu Jojo, the UFC Gym Sunnyvale. So that's Alberto. He's and he has another guy he's bringing too, Sal. I'm excited for that. He took second place in our BJJ tournament, so that's going to be a cool one. A Smash Kickboxing, we got Junior and Thomas Fallon. I don't know if you guys remember Thomas Fallon. We did a podcast with him and his dad and Junior during the pandemic. That was a cool one. He's actually coming back to make his return pro fight, man. He's coming back. So I think he's fighting for King of the Cage. So look out for Thomas Fallon. He's doing big things. And then Coalition 95. We've got some Coalition 95ers on there too, which is exciting. Any sponsors so far, or how's it looking for you?
Yeah, I got my my longtime sponsor, Os Gear. Always keep me fitted with the best skis. And Jared Cox Painting, new sponsor. So yeah, we're open for more sponsors. So if you guys are interested, yeah.
Yeah, dude, definitely help out the fighters, guys. It's not easy to have to take time off of work and really dedicate a lot of time to fighting. You know, fighting at a high level is kind of self-centered, so you kind of have to focus on yourself a lot, but you can't really put your services out there for other people at times. So the more sponsors, the better. It really does help. Anyone you want to thank? Any last words out of you, my dog?
Yeah, I mean, thank you to my whole team. Those guys have been coming in strong. There's only one way, for me to get pushed, and that's for those guys to show up. So I thank you guys so much for the last few years of, consistency, persistence, dedication. Yeah.
No,
thanks,
terrific.
Coach Daniel. He's he put together a kickboxing program, which really kind of sparked the flame again for me. And I went down with Dan for one of his scheduled Bellator fights to corner him, and man, that was also inspirational. So, yeah, it just kind of got me thinking again, and might as well get out there while I can.
Yeah, man, you got it in you. I appreciate you coming. I fight at a jiu-jitsu therapy as well as smash fighter, so I love you guys. But also, as a promoter, I want to see good fights. I want nice, solid fights. So I got you a very game opponent. So it's going to be a good one. Thank you, Santa Cruz Civic, for working with us. It's hard during the pandemic, so it's been challenging. Thank you, Deborah Farolito, the promoter, for staying persistent and making sure that we pull this thing off. I am Daniel Compton, your fight director, and January 29th, the Santa Cruz Civic, live MMA. We have jiu-jitsu, no-gi super fights, and then we have a couple live musical performances. We got Crooked Fam, we got Surf Syrup, we got Ant Dog. We have a whole crew. I'm trying to remember all their names, but we just added a bunch of them too. So we're going to get the tickets dispersed ASAP, so look out for those tickets, and then tune in, you guys. We're going to be out there, baby. Thank you, dog.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hell yeah, dude.